Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Dr. Ghost and today I'm going to be back on World of Warships Legends. Today I'm going to be talking about the very first line that I started out in World of Warships Legends. You know, kind of where I, began to play the game, right? Everybody, when you start out World of Warships Legends, usually you pick a line and you play it, right? Most people tend to play battleships and cruisers. Usually battleships are most people's first choice. They're easy to get the hang of. Me personally, when I started this game out, the only lines that were in the game was the American, the Japanese, and the British line. In fact, I don't even think there was a British line at one point. I think the British went basically as far as the cruisers and the battleships. I think that was it. There was no British destroyers. There was no cruisers except like the Caledon, I think. And then I think maybe the Dene. I don't remember. It was so long ago. 5 years, guys. Legends has been out. This game is ancient. Okay, that's half a decade. I grew up playing World of Warships Legends. Well, this is one of the games that I grew up on, but it's probably the most played. It is my most played game. So this is my game, man. This is the game I've been playing for 5 years, off and on, off and on, off and on. We've had our ups and downs. We've had our, bullshit happen here and there on the channel, and throughout the history of Dr. Ghost Games, which is now known as Dr. Ghost. So, because I like to cover other topics other than games and stuff. I just do whatever I feel like on this channel. But anyway, yeah, so back when I first started, my line was the American line, because America. But the line that we had was basically just the American cruisers, American destroyers, and we had the battleships. We didn't have this bottom line here, and we didn't have carriers when we first started out. We just had the three lines at the top here. Actually, we didn't even have the light cruisers. We just had the Baltimore, the Fletcher, and we had the Iowa line. That was it. That was all we had. We also had the Japanese. We didn't have the light cruisers or the alternative destroyer line. We just had, So it was a long way back. It's fun to kind of think back so long ago. Just simple times, man. But things are so much more complicated now. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's a lot to digest, especially if you're a newer player. But the best advice I can give you, just play something and actually play everything. Like, go down each tech tree and just mess around and just play each ship. Like, even the low tiers. Just mess around. Figure stuff out. Experiment with things. That's the beauty of this game. It's just, there's so many different cool things you can do and mess around with. Me personally, I know everything there is about this game. 99% of everything. Pretty much I know. I know how everything plays. I've done it all, pretty much. Like, I'm a veteran player. I've got 270 plus days played. And, man, I've learned a lot of stuff. 20,000 standard battles plus some, yeah, so today we're going to be going back to my roots. I think we're going to do some fun stuff in the low-tier American dreadnoughts. A lot of people are probably starting out this game. I would say a majority of the player base is American. If I had to guess, 60 to 70% of the player base is probably based out of North America. If I had to guess, I don't know the numbers, but I'm just assuming 60% minimum, I would say, is American players. So most people are probably going to start their line with the Albany. You're going to work your way through AI, probably get to the Phoenix, and then the Omaha, right? Or you'll go down the alternative line. You've watched videos on YouTube. You're probably like, oh, the Americans. Just like me. I was the same exact way. I watched Spartan Elite 43, for example, when I first started out the game, and I was like, dude, these American battleships are fucking awesome. I'm going to go down this line. And I started with the Wyoming. Wyoming is a classic American Tier 3 battleship. 12-inch guns. You got 2 off the bow, 2 in the middle, 2 in the back. And you can go broadside, get all of them down in range. And it's a pretty nasty little broadside at Tier 3. 12-inch guns. Not bad. And then once you get to Tier 4, you obviously get the New York, which has 10 14-inch guns, which is a significant increase in firepower. These are basically the American bathtubs, right? We all love them. We all know them, most of us anyway. A lot of you guys out there probably might have not even bothered with the American line, but I think a lot of you have. I'd say it's probably 50-50. Most of you guys probably have. Some of you might have. I might not have. But today, I'm going to go back to my roots. This was probably one of my favorite battleships when I first started out this game. This is my grinding ship. Back when I didn't have premium time. Back when I was a 14-year-old kid, being naughty, not going to school, coming home, playing WoWs, doing all sorts of stupid shit. Like, you know, like that was me at 14 years old, you know, whatever. You know, yeah, now I'm 19 years old, and things fucking changed, but, you know. Anyway, New Mexico, great battleship, 12 14-inch guns. And today, this is going to be the highlight of today's video, is the New Mexico. This is probably one of my early favorite battleships. It's just, man, I remember having so much fun with this thing. And it's a good credit earner. It's like a tech tree. Again, we didn't have a lot of premiums back in the day. We were just figuring stuff out. Premiums, especially me, you know, 14-year-old kid, not a lot of money in the bank at all, right? And, you know, tech trees were probably my only option. So, but what makes the New Mexico so special is just the fact that it's a good line. It's a good ship to get the hang of, right? It's got an all or nothing armor scheme, so you can. It's a really good class to kind of figure out armor angling and whatnot, and what you need to be doing in your battleships. So we're going to be talking about that kind of throughout this video. I hope this video helps you out too. That's the goal. But anyways, for the upgrades in loadout, we have main battery and we have propulsion. Okay, being able to go from stop to forwards, vice versa, is very important. It decreases that by 50%, so you basically you can throttle juke and do shit that you usually can't do. I prefer to run this. Some people could run damage con. I tend to burn and flood no matter what I do. It's inevitable, guys. You're gonna burn, you're gonna flood. It's just nothing you can do about it really that much, right? And obviously steering gears, I just don't see much value. In my American battleships, in most of my battleships really, I am stopping, I am turning in, I'm dodging a lot of shells. I need to be able to go from stop forward quickly. You really don't want to be, you don't really care about rudder shift as much at these, especially mid to lower tiers. And of course, main battery mod is very important. Being able to traverse your guns quickly and whatnot. Important stuff indeed. And we were fully upgraded as well. So, back then we didn't have the observation plane. We didn't have the enhanced secondary. We just had a fighter. This fighter would actually, back in the day, man, oh, I'm sure some of you guys remember, but back in the day, 2019 WoW's Legends, man, what a time. The fighters would stick up in the air for like 5 or 6 minutes. I'm sure not a lot of you remember, but I remember when you popped your fighter, it would stay up in the air for like 5 or 6 minutes. It was insane. It was great. They took that out. They made it to where it only sits up for a little bit. But just for nostalgic purposes, we're going to put the catapult fighter on just for the shits and giggles. And, yeah. Most people, when you started out the game, you didn't have many commanders, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to try something I never do. We're going to put on George Dewey. Most people are going to start out with just Dewey, or you might get lucky. You might maybe pull, like, you might pull Willis Lee out of a crate. But the best commanders for American battleships is probably, if you're going free to play, and I still use them. I've spent hundreds, if not, no, I've spent thousands of dollars on this game, and I still use the free to play commanders a lot. I still use Norman Scott on my cruisers. I still use William Sims on my battleship. I still use the freaking free to play commanders. That, I mean, I did spend some money to get some inspirations to put on the commanders, but you know, still. So, but no, we're going to be running George Dewey. We're going to be running kind of a free-to-play build, okay? Just mostly free-to-play. So, when you're playing the game, you want to be looking at your, you know, your inspirations and your commander build. So, most of you guys are going to have Dewey right off the bat. Burn It Down XXL is pretty important, but you're never going to be loading HE. I don't think this is going to matter. I would run No Fly Zone. You're going to be probably getting into quite a few carrier games at Tier 5, so being able to shoot down planes a little better, fuck it. Why not run that? Look at me now. I don't know. I feel like being able to traverse your guns might be better, but there's also an option to put on before it's too late, which increases torpedo detectability. But if you can use your brain, that won't matter. So we're going to be running crisscross instead. I want to be able to traverse my guns a little bit faster. It's going to be kind of fun. Hidden threat, only good for carriers. You don't really want this. This is for carriers. Velocious could be good. And obviously back in stock, useless. The New Mexico doesn't have torpedoes, so we're just going to put that on. And we're going to put on Reaching Out because extra range is nice. And we're going to be running fully packed as well. Fully packed is actually kind of good because it gets you an extra heal. The only downside with this build is you lose out on a lot of accuracy and whatnot. So anyway, we have a bit of a concealment build here, I noticed. Nubataki Kondo and Jersey Swirsky. I think that was what I was doing. I don't think I can't remember the last time I've used George Dewey on an American battleship. But 12.4 concealment, 16-kilometer range. I'm basically working with what a lot of newer players are going to be working with. Again, you're probably not going to have a level 15 Legendary 3 Dewey. You're probably going to have like a level 11 to 7 Dewey with like maybe one Legendary if you're lucky. So getting your commanders leveled up and just really building into your stuff is so important. A lot of people I know out there don't run commander builds. They don't care about them. You need to. Like, it's so important, guys. Trying to get the right commanders out of those weekly commander crates is so vital. But anyways, we've been talking long enough. Let's actually, before we go into a battle, let's put on an epic battle booster. This is very important because this increases your range, this increases your movement speed, and this increases your cooldown. Okay, very important stuff. Obviously, I got premium time, which premium time makes everything, you get 50% more credits and XP and commander XP and all that stuff. So having premium time is just better if you can get it. And you do always start out with some. And putting on boosters is also very, very important as well. So now let's head into a battle. Let's see what we can do with our free-to-play build, I guess. I mean, William Sims is still a free-to-play build, but he's level 16-4. I got him maxed out. So I'm kind of working with what most people, I think, are going to be working with when they're starting out in WoW's Legends. Like me, for example, five years ago. So, yeah. Anyways, hope you guys do enjoy this kind of different video format. Just a little bit more open and just fun, and we're just messing around and having some nostalgia, right? We didn't have this map back in 2019, though. I will tell you that. Northern Waters is one of the newer maps. I think it came out a couple of years ago. But anyway, let's see what we can go ahead and do. So, we know that we are in a carrier game, so it was actually a good call. I know there's a lot of people playing Tier 5 carriers, so we know, you know, 50-50 chance, right, you're going to get into a carrier game these days. Lots of them running around, so it was a good idea that I put on that, you know, extra little bit of AA defense, I guess. So there you go. And we're in a Tier 6 lobby, so we're up-tiered, and that's something to look forward to. Not really, but, you know, there are some targets out there, though, that we can absolutely obliterate. Don't let it fool you. So let's see what we can get into. So we got a destroyer with us. It's a Fubuki, very capable Tier 5 Japanese torpedo boat. You gotta love those. Everybody loves the torpedo boats. And it's a Fubuki with an American camo. That is cursed. That's crazy. But anyways, and we got a Heinrich over here. We've got a Pensacola with no camo over there. He's probably just starting out the game, going down the American cruiser line, if I had to guess. Or he just doesn't know what he's doing. You know, either way. But hey, whatever. It's mid-tier. People are going to be weird, but, you know, it is what it is. Welcome to WoW's Legends, right? So we are plane spotted. We know because we can obviously see on the screen. And there's some bombers coming this way. Now, is he going to come towards me? I don't know. I am actually now surface spotted. I am going to put my fighter up just because. Remember, we're running, we are running fully packed, so we do have... Oh shit, I'm getting shot at across the map by a Mutsu. Ruh-row. Yeah, I better turn away. Oh, Mayhem spotted. Hold on a minute. 12, 14-inch guns inbound. You throw enough shit at the wall, some of it's going to stick. Just like that, we railed him for 6,000 damage. Pretty good. We are turning away. Mutsu, you guys got to remember, Mutsu has 16-inch guns. It only has 4 of them. They're pretty inaccurate, but if they hit where they need to, Mutsu is definitely something to be scared of. So the fact that we didn't get citadeled by the first Mutsu that shot at us, we are a bit lucky there. And notice that we turned away. You guys don't want to be charging in at the middle of the game, or in the beginning of the game, because usually that doesn't work out well for you. You want to be careful. You guys don't want to be doing what this Mutsu's doing, charging straight in and exposing himself like that, and he's about to run aground, like he just did. So, again, not exactly the sharpest tool in the shed either. So, you know, there you go. Difference is I actually corrected my mistake. I turned away, and we're still hanging in there. We're utilizing the islands while he's continuously taking torpedoes, and actually the Fubuki's going to send him back to port with a devastating strike. Japanese 610mm torpedoes are absolutely disgusting if you hit them. So, anyway, carrier's coming in with his planes. Our AA's beginning to shoot at him, so that's good. And hopefully our AA will maybe shoot some down. Now we do have a Tennessee out here, broadside. We are going to take a shot across the map at him, maybe get some decent damage into his superstructure, or just get some nice hull penetrations. Just like so. 3 overpens, 1 pen, whatever. It's better than nothing. At least we hit him. Again, though, we have 12 guns. I sure hope we hit him. Notice we are getting some plane kills right now. We've shot down 3 planes. And it looks like the other one just got shot down. So me and this New Mexico here and this Pensacola are putting in some work on these enemy aircraft that the Ranger is sending. Yeah, Ranger. So there you go. Now we got a Mutsu out here once again. Another Mutsu. And, but we have also a Mayhan. Always shoot destroyers. Like, if you have the shots, take them. A little bit of a blind shot there, but I think we still should connect some shells. I think I aimed that right. Yep, we hit him twice. And the reason why you guys want to target destroyers is, as you guys saw earlier, that Fubuki dev struck one of our battleships. Destroyers have the capability to carry games. They can put out so many nasty little torpedoes, and they have very good concealment. So anytime you have shots, take them. Like, you just want to be shooting them because destroyers are a huge threat. They can spot things and cause nothing but problems for your team. And remember, they can get into capture zones and stealth cap and all that jazz, so you really want to be stopping that. Now, we just absolutely obliterated that Mutsu. We got 2 Citadels on him. He's not having fun. We took about 25,000 damage off of him, something like that. So that Mutsu is not having fun whatsoever. Now, I know in my mind that we are going to be okay from torpedoes, because the Mayhan only has 6-kilometer torpedoes. So, however, the Miyoko, Tier 6 Japanese heavy cruiser, he has torpedoes that can go out to 10 kilometers. So we really don't want to be here. We want to maneuver and get overpens like we're doing. RNG right now is not on our side. We are not getting Citadels like we need on this Miyoko. Now, Miyoko actually aimed those really well, but luckily we're slowing down, we're slamming on the brakes. We have another torpedo right there, but it's going to go right behind us, just like so. And it looks like our friendly New Mexico just absolutely smacked the absolute shit out of that Miyoko, so we're going to finish him off. Hopefully. Nope, our RNG's like, nope, we're going to leave him alive for someone else to yoink the kill, just like so. So at least he's down, though. And, of course, it looks like there's some more torpedoes coming in. So it looks like this Mayhan actually is stealth torpedoing right now. He actually knows what he's doing when it comes to torpedoing. Most American destroyer captains, especially at lower to mid tiers, don't know how to properly line up their short-range torpedoes. So this guy, all this AA that's shooting off, it's so loud. This Mayhan's actually a pretty good player. I can tell because of the way he's actually landing torpedoes with Mayhan torpedoes, not to mention. That's pretty impressive. Not even gonna lie. Let's throw up another fighter. I hate how this freaking New Mexico is just sticking to me like a goddamn gnat. Can you please, like, spread out, dude? Like, we need to... You're just gonna pile up more and take torpedoes with me. We need to not be clinging together. Anyway. We have a Tennessee that's going broadside, it looks like. So we're going to take a shot at him with the front guns. We're going to stop for now. And we're not going to go out here in the middle because this destroyer is continuously sending torpedoes. We really don't want to deal with that. As you guys can see. See, they're running out of range, so that's exactly what we're hoping for. This Mayhan is waiting for us to just push in so he can torpedo us. We're not going to allow that. we're going to back up, and we're just going to chill. We don't have to be aggressive. We have the advantage. We have 700 points. We got 3 caps. I don't need to throw myself in there and get torpedoed and focused by everything. Let's just chill, take a breath, and that's something that a lot of people don't understand. Having situational awareness like that, you can only pick that up with time played on the game. Like, most people don't have that much situational awareness. So realizing that, you know, there's a freaking destroyer out there trying to cause nothing but mayhem and destruction, and not pushing that issue is good.
The ship is on fire.
Depends on what you're playing, of course, but we're in a slow American battleship. I really don't want to be messing with that whatsoever. Now, this Tennessee is shooting high explosive out of his guns. Not exactly sure why, but hey, it's working. He's getting fires, so, you know, if it's stupid but it works, it's not stupid, right? So, there you go. But we're shooting AP, so hopefully we get the RNG to finish them off. Those look pretty good. And unfortunately, once again, we're just getting overpens. I'm not sure where those overpens come from. Like, lately it seems like I get a lot more overpens than I do pens. And that's unfortunate. So we don't get the damage required to finish them off. But anyways, we're not spotted. I think the destroyer's over there because there's a smoke screen. So, you know, angry smoke screen's probably a sign the destroyer's over there. But it doesn't matter. We're about to point out we're at 990 points, and we just hit 1,000. And we get a Dreadnought medal to close off the game. And with a little bit of thought, a little bit of skill, thinking, you know, using your brain a bit, thinking's man's action game, right? Thinking man's action game. We placed top of the team with 2.2k base XP. In one run, I just came home from work. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a little bit of a WoWs video for you guys. And I felt like doing some old, classic New Mexico stuff and, you know, just classic American dreadnoughts. The line that most people, I think, that watch my channel and other channels started out with, and you guys probably evolved into other things like I did. I know how to play everything, but, you know, pretty cool, right? Level 15 Dewey, New Mexico. Making it work. 71k top of the team in a tier 6 lobby. That's how we do it here on Dr. Ghost. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you all did maybe learn something from this video. If you guys are new to the channel, I'm a bit of a hothead sometimes. I cover lots of different things, and I talk about things with not much of a filter. So if you guys like that kind of stuff, be sure to go down there and hit the sub button, hit the like button. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. And, yeah, thank you guys for tuning in to another Dr. Ghost video. But anyways, I will catch you all on the next one. Have a great one, everybody. Bye-bye.